Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz October 5, 2016 at 10:47 p.m. And the topic, Hurricane Matthew. I believe it's a judgment. I did a blog last night about Richard Nixon that most people don't even know what that man had done, how he saved tens of millions of lives. People don't even know this, but he did. But during the time I was doing the blog, I had my eyes over here on one thing and I had them over here on another. And then I saw something over here that I know was bad. I saw that someone had posted on Yahoo News that Obama had circled the name Israel and then went on to read that he took his marker and put a line through it, same as blotting it out. So Shimon Peres died, and Obama and Clinton, Bill Clinton, went to Israel on September 28th and to his funeral. And something happened there that I don't think we all really know quite what it was, but here's what I think. First, when I saw that circling and then read that red line, I said, oh crap. And we got that hurricane. They're still trying to decide which way it's going. When that went up on Yahoo News, within an hour, the hurricane's direction changed. That quick. Same thing that happened, George Bush, the hour that he was signing papers, signing over part of Israel to the Palestinians, within the hour, a perfect storm brewed, merged, and took out his house. The first casualty of that storm is on the beach, Kennedy, Buckport, Maine. And then the second was the boat that was out there in the water. But let me tell you what I think, and the reason I think led up to Obama circling and then striking out the name Israel, because he was mad. And this is only my guess. No one told me this. No one hinted to this. It's just that I've learned to see when a judgment's coming by something that we do, whether you and I hear about it or not. If it comes and you do the research, you'll find that a judgment brought it. So just now this is what was said when Bill Clinton and Obama went to Israel. This was said, okay? Just by appearing here in Israel, he will, which is Obama will probably want to make a speech that will mention the two-state solution, said ZALMON, which is a two-time ambassador to the U.S. and a member of Netanyahu's Likud party. That is what I believe. That is my opinion why Obama received in the mail like a thank you or whatever he had And why he showed it, and why people filmed it, I don't know. But he circled Israel and then put a red line through it. That's like blotting out the name. Apparently, they weren't there to discuss business. They were there to see off and see away someone that died that Obama had met 11 years ago. And storms, hurricanes, all the bad tornadoes that we've been having, and all the droughts. Look, guys, these are judgments, every one of them. And you can go back and attach a judgment to something that we did to the Jews and that we're continuing to do today. All of them are judgments. All of them. The ones that are bad, that takes property and people, those are judgments. When you get 200 tornadoes in a day in a certain area, that is a judgment. But here we are in Alabama. We're sitting here. The temperature is slowly coming down from the 80s, actually from the upper 90s to the 80s to the 70s, and at night hitting about 69. We love it. Here comes a cold front. A cold front is most of the time a slow coming event because we want the cool air after 98 degrees. But a warm front can't push a cold front out of the way. A cold front is cold, it's heavy, and it's packed on the ground. A warm front is light, has no power behind it except to pull in things like hurricanes and lots of rain. But a warm front cannot push a cold front out of the way. A cold front, picture it as a 10-foot high block wall, and picture the warm front as something that's 3 or 4 feet high, and it's not any strength to it. But what'll happen, it'll build up and build up and build up till it floats over the cold. When it does, it turns to snow. But that's in the wintertime. But like today, the cold front is stopping this warm front, therefore making that warm front turn to the right. But this cold front stalled, which gives the warm front more room to come on in. And just so happened it's got a Hurricane Matthew attached to it. I said last night on a blog that I did about Richard Nixon, and I urge you, if you would, just listen to it. He saved millions of lives. People don't know it, but he did. And at the end of that, and I said, we're going to have a judgment. Obama just blotted out Israel's name, and we're going to have a judgment. And then I wake up the next morning, and the hurricane has changed its course. It was taking a right turn. It was headed out to the east. But it stopped taking that right turn, and it moved back around a little bit toward the north, which is going to slam into Florida. And it could, if this cold front backed up, that warm front will encroach and move right into that space where the cold front was, therefore bringing that storm right through all of Florida and into Mississippi, and not as far as Louisiana, and up into Alabama, sever Tennessee, and hit Kentucky, and come on out somewhere around above Washington, D.C., and maybe even as far as New York. But I think, like I said, the reason for this is a judgment. No one blots out nothing that is God's. How many times has he told everyone, These are my people. They're home to stay. You do not divide my people, or I will divide you. You know, and we've done it. We've done it. This storm brought on once again by Obama. Idiot. The idiot he is. He is the cause. And I urge you all to pray and pray hard. Let me give you in North Carolina a little bit of hope. This happened many years ago, and I'll never forget it. There was a hurricane coming, and North Carolina had already been battered by other problems. There was a church that said, you know what, let's get out there and stop that hurricane. And a lot of people got together. They went down to the beach. Didn't have to be on the water, but a lot of them went to the beach. But they lined up in a big area, and they prayed, and they put their hands up as if they're stopping what's coming. They prayed. That hurricane was coming dead at them. They had to get their butt off the beach. And it hit a wall. And it's like a wave hitting a 1,000-foot high wall. It stopped, and then it turned and went northeast, and then it went to the east. Did not hit North Carolina, thanks to those who went out and prayed and asked God to stop that storm. And he did. Can be done again, guys. But in the meanwhile, you're on my prayer list, and you'll continue to be until you're fixed back up. Jody Wolf Expoz.